I'm 91.
Is that so?
Yes.
You're 92.
Be that as it may.
Is that so? Says so here.
Well, what does it matter?
Vanity is amazing. So's forgetting.
I'm 91.
Okay. You're 92. I'll let it alone. No, it's important getting things. It doesn't matter. Does to me.
Well, I know because he said you're exactly 30 years older than I am. I know how old I am because I know how old you are. And if you ever forget how old you are, ask me how old I am. And then you'll know. He said that a lot.
What if he's wrong?
What?
What if he's wrong? What if he's not 30 years older than you?
You think you know how old he is?
No, I mean, what if he's wrong about how old you are?
Don't be silly. How could he be 30 years younger than me when I'm 30 years older than he is? He said it over and over. Every time he comes to see me. What is today?
It's Sunday.
You see?
Well, one of you might be wrong, and it might not be him. He? Yes, I know.
Don't be stupid. What is it? What day is it?
It's Sunday.
No.
No what?
No, it isn't.
Okay. What day do you think it is?
What day is it? What day do I... Why, it's today, of course. What day do you think it is?
Right on, girl. That's the right.
Don't you talk to me that way.
Well, I'm sorry.
I pay you don't talk. You can't talk to me that way.
In a way.
What?
Indirectly. You pay someone who pays me, someone who...
Well, there you see. You can't talk to me that way.
She isn't talking to you that way.
What?
She isn't talking to you that way.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Besides...
Honestly, good cry lets it all out.
What does a bad one do?
Seriously.
What?
Never mind. I was going to say something nice. Never mind.
What did she say? She mumbled all the time.
You don't mumble. Never mind.
How is anybody expected to hear what she says?
Oh, she didn't finish her sentence. It doesn't matter.
I'll bet it doesn't.
What I meant was, you may have been incorrect about your age for so long. You may have made up the fiction so many years ago. So why are you all up with lie about 1 year? Let her alone. Let her have it if she wants to. I will not.
How what?
Why do you lie about 1 year? I can't imagine taking off 10. We're trying to. Though more probably 7 or 5. Good and tricky. But 1? Taking off 1 year? What kind of vanity is that? Oh, how you go on.
How you go on?
How I go on. So I can understand taking off 10 or 5 or 7, but not 1. Oh, how you do.
How you do. How what?
Oh, how she goes on.
Oh yes, how you go on?
Yes, I do.
I want to go.
On?
I want to go, I want to go!
Oh, you want to go? You want the pen that isn't number 1?
No!
Alright, we'll try you, okay? Oh, you want the walker?
I don't know. I want to walk. I don't know anything. I have to go.
Alright.
Oh, you're hurting me.
Oh.
You're hurting me.
Alright, I'm being careful.
No, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're trying to hurt me. You know how I hurt.
Hold the fort. I will hold the fort. I suppose one could lie about 1 year. Some kind of one-upmanship. A part of vengeance, perhaps. Some tiny victory, maybe. I don't know. Maybe these things get important. I can't be nice. Maybe that time. And so it goes. Not always, huh? In the morning, when she wakes, she wets. A kind of greeting to the day, I suppose. Never during the night, but as she wakes. Good morning to the morning, huh? Something to something. Put a diaper on her. Oh, won't have it. I tried it, but won't have it. How about rubber sheets? Oh, won't have it. Get her up, put her in a chair, and she does the other. Give her a cup of coffee, put her in her chair, and place your bets.
What chair? This chair?
Oh, you got it. Don't worry.
Must be awful.
For who?
For her. You're paid. It's probably awful for you too, but you're paid.
Oh, well, she never ceases to inform me. And you?
It's weird to lose it. I mean, the control, loss of dignity, the...
Oh, come on. You're 16 years old, which is not a tot. I'm 26 years old, which is not a tot. There's a future to look out for.
Yes, but...
What are you? 20-something. Haven't you figured it out yet? You take a deep breath in, and you let it out. The first one you take it while you're upside down, and they slap you into it. But the last one, well, the last one, you let it all out, and that's it. You start and then you stop. Don't be so soft. I like to see children learn it. Have a 6-year-old say I'm dying and know what it means.
You're horrible.
Starting young, make them aware they only got a little time. Make them aware they're dying from the minute they're alive.
Awful.
Well, do you know it? Do you know you're dying?
Well, of course, but...
Grow up.
A person could die and then nobody cared.
Done already.
A person could die, a person could fall down and break something, nobody cared.
Oh, let me help you.
Oh, get your hands off me! A person could die for all anybody cared.
Who is this person? A person could do this, a person could do...
It's a figure of speech, dear.
Oh, really?
So they tell me.
Oh, hold on to me, hold on to me! Do you want me to fall? You want me to fall?
Yes, I want you to fall and break into 10 pieces.
Or 5 or 7.
Shh.
Where's my chair? Where's my chair gone to?
Well, goodness, where's her chair gone to? Well, somebody must have taken her chair.
What?
Who's got my chair?
I'm sorry. Your Majesty.
There's her chair. Should I get you your pillow? Do you want your pillow?
Oh, I want to sit down.
Oh, yes, yes. Here we go. Fetch her a pillow. Are you comfortable? You want your
Of
pillow?
course I'm not comfortable. Of course I want my pillow.
Which pillow? I don't know which one.
It's 2, actually. One for the back, and this one for the arm. Here we go. Lean forward. That's a girl.
Oh, my arm
Oh,
person.
yes, yes. Here we go. Oh, comfy? Oh, comfy?
What?
Nothing.
And so it goes.
Uh-huh.
What a production.
You haven't seen anything.
I bet.
You can't just leave me in there like that. What if I fell? What if I died?
Well, if you fell, I'd hear you or you raise a racket. Or if you really died, what would it matter?
You can say that again. What's the matter with you?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
What's the matter with me?
That's what she said.
That's what I said.
What are y'all doing? Beating up on me?
Is that what we're doing?
Maybe.
Well, there's nothing the matter with me.
Well, you just wait.
What did she say?
I said, oh, she said, there's nothing the matter with her. Miss Perfect over there.
I didn't see that. That's not right.
Why is she yelling at
Oh,
me?
she's not.
I'm not.
Well, now you are.
You see? What day is it?
Oh, it's Sunday.
Oh, is he coming?
No, not today.
Why not?
Oh, he probably has a full schedule. He probably has something else to do.
He never comes to see me. Even when he does, he never stays. I'll fix him. I'll fix all of them. They all think they can treat me like this. You all think you can get away with anything.
Is it always like this?
No, it's often very pleasant.
You all want something. There's nobody who doesn't want something. My mother taught me that. Be careful, she said. They all want something. She told me what to expect, me and my sis. She tried to prepare us for going out in the world, for men, for making our own way. Sis couldn't do it, that's too bad. I could. I did. Well, I met him at a party and he said he'd seen me before. Oh, he was married twice. The first one was a whore and the second was a drunk. Oh, he was funny. Let's go riding in the park, he said. I said, all right. Scared to death. I lied. I said I rode. She didn't care. He wanted me. I had to tell her. It only took 6 weeks.
Good girl.
Oh, we had a stable where we married and we had horses, saddle horses, and we rode.
Hoity-toity.
I learned to ride and I was very good at it.
I'm sure.
How are you sure?
I rode side saddle and I rode astride and I drove ponies, hackneys and I loved it all. Oh, he would go with me and we would ride in the morning and I would pet the Dalmatian. What was her name? Susie? No. Oh, I knew all the judges and they all knew me too. Oh, we had a famous stable. And when the judging was done, they told me if we'd won, and we almost always did. And if they told me, I'd signal, I'd take my hat off and I'd touch my hair. And by that, they knew we'd won.
Who?
What? Everyone in the box, of course. Oh, I used to love it. Riding out in the park, petting the Dalmatian. What was her name? Susie, I think? No. And mounting and riding off. Sometimes he would come with me, sometimes he wouldn't. Sometimes I went off alone.
Sure. Oh, her son. Oh, her husband, I think. Did you ride when you were little?
No, we were poor.
Poor? Really poor?
No, not really poor. My father's an architect. He designed furniture, he made it.
That's not architect. That. Hey, let it be.
He made such beautiful furniture. He was an architect. Strict but fair. No, my mother was strict. No, they were both strict. And fair.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying?
You were talking about horses. And you were talking about riding when you were a little girl.
What were we talking about?
Horses. You didn't ride when you were a little girl.
Oh no, you rode if you're rich or if you're a farmer.
Or if you're a rich farmer.
Well then that must be true. I didn't like sex much, but I had an affair.
Oh.
What do you want?
She doesn't want anything.
We used to ride. Well, he would come with me, but sometimes I went off alone, or with the dog, part way, never too far from the stable. I had my choppers and my derby hat and my coat and my switch, and I'd ride in all my costume. Never go out except you're properly dressed, I'd always say. I'd drive the station wagon from the house, and oh, I love to drive. I was good at it. I was good at everything. I had to be. He wasn't. I'd drive the station wagon to the stable, and Earl would be there. Who were the stable boys? Tom or Bradley? Am I doing in my panties?
Oh, well, let's see. I'm still easy. Oh, no, but I bet you're going to. Off you go.
Oh.
Hold the fort. Why am I doing this?
Because it's unnecessary. Because I've already done it.
The princess of the pea, maybe? What's wrong with her arm anyways?
She fell and broke it. Mostly they don't at their age. It didn't heal.
What?
They put pins in it, metal pins. The arm disintegrates around there. The bone disintegrates around there. And the arm just hangs there. They want to take it off.
What?
The arm? They want to take the arm off.
No.
Oh, it hurts.
still,
She won't let them.
I should think so.
Well, what do you know? She makes us go into the city once a week to see the surgeon, the one who sets it, the one who wants to take it off. He's almost as old as she is. She trusts him however she says. She goes in once a week and she makes him x-ray it and look at it. And each time the prin's a loser, the boat is gone more. And she tells the old guy it's so much better. And she wants him to tell her that he will never take the arm off and won't let anyone else do it either. And he finally promises, assuming that she'll forget. But she won't, because there are some things she'll never forget. I think she says this every other day. He promised me, you were there, you heard him. Oh God. Now, why did you do that, you naughty, naughty little girl? Bad, bad girl, what do I have to do? Take everything away from you, huh?
I broke the glass. I took the glass and I threw it down the sink and now she has to clean it all up.
Bad girl.
I broke the glass. I have to sit down. Why won't anybody help me?
All right now. Jesus. Well, you're a big help.
Well, I didn't know I was supposed to be.
Just hear from the lawyer, eh?
Yes, just from the lawyer.
What did you say?
I said, well, what I implied was, since she's here from the lawyer, why should she act like a human being? Why should she act like a human being and why should she be...
Oh, you're from Harry?
No, Harry's dead. Harry's been dead for years.
Harry died. When did he die?
30 years ago.
Well, I knew that. What are you talking about Harry for?
You asked if I come from Harry. You asked.
I wouldn't do anything. That's stupid.
And so it goes.
Well, Harry used to be my lawyer, but that was years ago. Harry died, what, 30 years ago? Harry died. Now, his son's a lawyer. I go to him. Well, he comes to me and sometimes I go to him.
Naughty girl.
Yes, he did. And yes, he does.
Why are you here?
Well, some things have been misplaced. Aren't being done. Some things.
Somebody's stealing things!
No. We send you papers to sign and you don't sign them. We call you and you don't call back. We send you checks to sign but you don't sign them. Things like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well.
Oh, none of it's true. You're lying. Get Harry on the phone.
Harry is.
Excuse me. The I'll get to it file?
What?
The I'll get to it file?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Papers, checks.
Oh, lots of stuff.
Oh, there's nothing.
What is there? What is it?
You have a drawer full, the bills come, and then you look at them. Some of them you remember, so you pay them, or some of them you say you don't remember, so you don't pay them, because you don't remember what they're for. But some of the checks, you can't remember.
So,
These things pile up.
I see.
everybody's ready to steal me blind. I'm not made of money, you know.
Oh, yes, you are. Isn't she?
More or less.
They'd all steal you blind if you didn't pay any attention. The store, the market, the help. The one who makes the Jew who makes my first. What's her name? She's nice. They'd all steal you blind if you didn't pay any attention. All of them.
We've asked you. Let all your bills come to us. We'll know what to do. Let me bring me your checks every month. I'll stay here while you sign them, whatever you like.
None of you think I can handle my own affairs. I've done it for when he was so sick. I did it all. I did all the bills. I did all the checks. I did everything.
Well, you don't have to.
I didn't have to then. I wanted to. I wanted everything to be all right, and I still do.
Well, of course you do.
Of course you do.
And so I'll handle my own affairs, thank you.
Well, certainly.
And I'll watch you pretend to handle them.
And I'll watch you, every one of you. Oh, I used to have horses.
It's just people you don't like.
Oh, is that it? Well, I rode Western Saddle too. It was when he almost died the first time I was with him. He had a blood infection. he was hunting. They were all hunting, and then a gun went off and it hit him in the arm, the shoulder. Oh my God! They hit him in the shoulder, and they didn't get all the bullet out of it, and it got infected on his arm, floated up like a balloon, and it bursted and it lands, and oh, and there's piss all over it.
Stop.
Why? What's it to you?
And they put drains in it, and there weren't any medicines then.
No antibiotics, you mean?
What?
No antibiotics?
Yes, and it wouldn't go away, and it would get worse. And everybody said he was going to die, but I would let him. I said, no, he is not going to die. So I told that to the doctors, and I told him that too. And he said, all right, he'll try. If only I would sleep with him. If only I would be with him at night. And so I did, and oh, it smelled awful, the pus, the rot,
Oh, please, don't.
And he said, take him to the desert, bake his arm in the hot sun. So we did. We went there. We went to Arizona. And he sat in the baking sun all day, his arm oozing, splitting and stinking. And in 6 months, it went away, and his arm went down in size, and there wasn't any pus anymore. And he was saved. Except for the scars, except for all the scars. And I learned to ride Western saddle.
Oh, my.
Oh, and it was outside of Phoenix, Calabar Mountain. We used to ride out in the desert. Oh, and the movie star was there, you know, the one who married the young fellow who ran the studio. She had eyes of a different color.
She had what?
Eyes of a different color. One eye was blue or something, and the other one was green. Oh, she was a big star.
Who was this?
Oh, she was tiny, but she had a big head. I think she drank too.
Oh, you think everybody drinks? Melia Barron?
No, of course not. You know.
How long ago was this? Claire Trevor?
Oh, when I was there, when we were all there. Oh, she was tiny.
In the 30s?
Probably. But she had a son. It was so hot they could kick an egg on the sidewalk, he told me.
Her son told you?
No, ours. We had a little boy too. He played with all the other children, the chewing gum twins. That one. Oh, Thalberg, Arnold Thalberg. Oh, that's who she married. Oh, he was a real smart little kite.
All smart Jews are little.
Arvin Thalberg.
Well, I'm a Democrat. I notice a lot of things.
Most of us are and most of us do. But still, it's fascinating, isn't it? Gracefully, but fascinating. She doesn't mean anything by it, or if she did once, she doesn't now. It just falls out.
Oh, Norma Shearer.
Of course.
Who?
What's the matter with you people?
We're all Democrats.
What?
You asked what the matter was.
Don't you get fresh?
My God, I haven't heard that in a long time. Don't you get fresh?
My mother would say that to me all the time. Don't you get fresh? She made us see everything. She put on the bowl before us and wash all the dishes. She made us know what being a grown-up was. She was strict but fair. Oh, no, that was her father. Oh, they both made us be proper young ladies.
I would go to church twice a day and pray a lot.
What? Oh, yes, we went to church, but we didn't talk about it much. Take it for granted, I suppose. How much did you steal?
When?
Whenever.
Well, I waited until you were asleep.
I never sleep.
Until you're pretending to be asleep. Then I went into the silver closet, and I took down all the big silver balls and I stuck them under my skirt, and I went down into the hall.
Joke about it if you want to. But you must have looked funny.
Well, I'm sure I did.
Oh, I did not like that. You probably can too.
Well, I'm sure I did. Clank, 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 clank.
You don't think anything's funny, do you?
Oh, yes. I'm just trying to decide what I think's the most hilarious. Unpaid bills, anti-Semitism, senility, or, hey, play in your own league, huh? Well, I'm sorry.
I'll have to talk to Harry about you.
Harry's dead. Harry's been dead for years.
I know. So is everybody. I don't have any friends anymore. Most of them are dead, and the ones that are dead are dying, and the ones that are dying I just don't see anymore. They've gone away.
Well, what does it matter? You don't like any of them anymore anyway.
That's true, but you're supposed to like them, to have them with you. Isn't it a contract? You take people as friends and you spend time at it. You put all the effort in. It doesn't matter if you don't like them anymore. Who likes anymore anyways? And you put in all that effort, and what right do they have to
die?
what?
What right do they have to die? Let her alone.
No, right. You count on them and you change. The Bradleys, the Phillips, they die, they go away. Family dies and family goes away. Nobody should do this. Look at sis.
What about her?
She was a drunk. Smart, no brighter. 2 years younger.
Or 5 or 7.
What?
Nothing.
She always had more better grades and had more bow while growing up. Only then, she missed more bows than you can shake a stick at.
Well, I've never shaken a stick at a boat before.
Well, maybe you should give it a try. And shake it, not shook.
Oh, we came into the city together after she finished school, and we had a tiny little apartment, and our mother and father came to see it to make sure it was all right. Not dangerous, I suppose. It was furnished, but she didn't like it, so he gave us some of theirs, some from the garage. Oh, he was an architect. He made such beautiful furniture. And we went out all the time, looking for jobs that a young lady could accept, being escorted at night. We were the same size, so we could wear each other's clothes. Well, that saved money. We had allowance, but just a little, nothing to spoil us. Oh, and we kept a list of the boys who took us out, wouldn't know that we were wearing each other's clothes. No, I wasn't to the plaza, don't you remember? That's because we have big feet.
What?
They have big feet.
So we have big feet. I do too, I guess. Do I still have big feet?
Well, yes, you do.
Well, I never know. I think we like each other a lot. We used to laugh and confide a lot, but Mother made us write 2 times or call later. We wrote just one letter together, just one. And she didn't like them, so she made us write 2, each one of us. They had to be newsy and long, and she sent them back with things like, "That's not true," or "Don't abbreviate," if she didn't like them. Poor the spelling. Sis couldn't spell, she drank.
Even then?
When?
When you first came to the city?
No, of course not. Later. Oh, we'd have champagne when we went out, before the speakeasy. And we'd have champagne and we'd nibble on the candied orange rind. He brings me some. But when he comes to see me, and flowers, fish up when they're in season. It's the least he can do, and he knows it.
Who is this?
Her son.
We'd go out, but we didn't take each other's boyfriends. She was pretty.
Why? Don't you?
We never liked the same boys, men. Well, I know she didn't. Sex. Anyways, we had to get someone for her, get her married when she was almost 40. I don't think she liked him. He was a wop.
I don't believe it sometimes.
Why not? A wop, nigger, kike? I told you. It doesn't matter. It's just the way she learned things.
Oh, yes, from these strict but fair parents.
I had Irish friends, and I had Jewish friends, and I had South American. Well, I did. Not Venezuelan, but Puerto Rican and Cuban. We used to love to go to Havana.
Another world, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, I never knew that any colored, well, help, yes. They find us there at colored help, and they knew their places. They were well behaved. None of those uppity niggers, those steady ones. Jesus Christ. He keeps saying that I can say these things, but I don't know what things he means. He once said that he wanted to come to see me anymore if I kept on saying these things, but I don't know what things he means. What things did he mean?
Oh, don't worry yourself. Your sister married an Italian.
She did. What? Oh, that was later. She never had her eye out for the right man. Well, really, I never had my eye out for the right man. She didn't? No, she thought everything would go right into her lap, and it did a lot. I had to do everything, nothing came my way. I was tall and handsome, and she was tall and pretty. Not as tall as I am. As I was. I used to be so tall, but I've shrunk. Why have I shrunk?
Oh, no. It happens with time. It happens every day, too. We're taller in the morning than we are at night.
How?
The spine compresses as the day goes on.
I don't have one. I used to have a spine, but I don't have one now.
What does she mean?
She means osteoporosis.
It hasn't happened to you yet. You wait!
The spine compresses as the day goes on. You can fracture it by walking, turning around, or whatever.
But I used to be so tall, shrunk.
I know.
He was short. A lot of my boys were tall, but he was short.
Who is this?
Her husband, I think.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Oh, Sis and I knew such tall boys. Oh, we would dance the night away with them, and some of them were showboys, they were furries, and some of the other were regular. Oh, I would dance the night away, and sometimes I'd go off.
Naughty girl.
Oh, I was the wild one. Sis would say to me, how can you do that? And I laugh and I say, oh, come on. I like to have a good time. But I always have my eye out. If I didn't have my eye out, then who will? I had to be on my toes, all those others stealing and conniving. And if I didn't have my eye out, then we wouldn't have had anything. Everybody's robbing me right and left. Everybody steals something.
Including me. Do I steal?
I don't know. How would I know? He says I should have no money.
Doesn't your office?
We deal with what comes in. There's more than a handles our money, but there's plenty of chance if anyone wanted to.
Well, Sis used to envy me after I got married. She never did well. I always had my eye out.
You use all your income as far as I can see.
Well, why not? It's mine.
Well, just don't complain if you want to increase in principle.
I don't complain. I never complain. I have you, and I have her, and I have this placer, and I have all the people, and I have the nurses. Oh, they're black. Why is that? And I have all those things, and I have the cake, and I have the...
I know.
They all steal. Every one of them.
Ah, well.
Sis never did well. She didn't have her eye out like I did. I married him, and well, he was short, and he had one eye, a golf ball hidden there, and he had a glass one.
Which eye?
Oh, come on.
No, I want to know. Which eye? Which eye was glass?
Which eye was? Well, I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember. Why can't I remember?
Oh, I think you can remember everything. I think you just don't have it to mind all the time.
Oh yes, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember everything.
Somewhere in there.
Oh my gracious! I remember everything.
Oh, gracious, that must be a burden.
Be nice.
Isn't salvation and forgetting Lethe and all?
Who?
No one.
Lethe?
Well, I don't know her. Well, maybe I do, but I just don't tell her right now. Is that right?
That's right.
Oh, I love my husband.
I bet you did.
He gave me things. He gave me pretty things. He gave me jewelry.
And it's pretty.
My God, he said, you're so big, you're so tall. You cost me a fortune. I can't give you little things. And he couldn't. I liked pearls and diamonds best.
No kidding.
No, hush.
I have my pearls and my necklaces and my bracelets, but She wanted me to have another. I'll never forget this. We'd been to a party and we were drinking champagne and we were what? Tipsy? A little, I suppose. And we were on our way home. We had a big bedroom and it had a separate dressing rooms and we were getting ready. Getting undressed for bed. I was on my table and I had taken up all my clothes, my shoes, my dress, my underthings. and then in he walked. But I didn't have a stitch on. But I had my jewelry. I hadn't taken up all my jewelry.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yes, and there I was in my necklaces, my bracelets, my diamond bracelets. No, not 2, 3. And in he walked, naked as a jaybird. Oh, you could be funny when you wanted to be. You were naked early on, pretty early on. No, I shouldn't say this.
Oh, well, yes, you should.
You should. Yes. Well, there I was, and I had my big powder puff, and I was powdering myself, and I wasn't paying attention to that. I knew he was there, but I wasn't paying attention. I have something for you, he says. I have something for you. And then I raised my eyes and I look into the mirror and, oh, no, I can't say this.
Well, yes, you should.
Tell us.
Yes, well, I looked into the mirror and there he was. His thing was all hard and hanging on there was a bracelet.
Oh my God.
Yes, and it was the most beautiful bracelet I'd ever seen. It was wide, so wide, and I thought you might like it. Do you want it? Oh yes! Oh my goodness, yes! Thank you! Do you want it? Oh goodness, yes! And then he moved closer and his thing touched my shoulder. He was sure that I was tall or something. And then I turned around and I looked and he had a little, you know, that's a terrible thing to say, but he had a little, you know, and he poked me with it and his thing came closer to my face and, do you want it? Well, I can't do that, you know I can't do that. But I thought you might like it. No, I can't do that, and I couldn't. He stood there for, well, until his thing got all soft, and the bracelets fell off, and it fell deep into my lap, deep naked into my lap. Keep it, he said, and he turned, and he walked out of the dressing room.
No.
Take me to bed.
Sure.
Oh,
Help me.
my arm!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's all right. I'm not good at all that.
You'll get there.
I can't project.
Well, think of it this way.
If you live long enough, you won't have to. You'll be there.
Thanks.
And since it's the far past, we're supposed to recall best. If we get to the future, you'll remember not being able to project. If I said thanks.
What happens now?
You tell me. You're the one who works here.
As I said, you tell me.
The things we're able to do, and the things we're not. What we remember doing and what we're not sure of. What can I remember? I remember being tall, and I remember first making me unhappy, being taller than the boys, taller than the class. I remember it comes and goes. I know they're robbing me, but I just can't prove it right now. I think I know, and then I can't remember what I know. He never comes to see me.
Yes, he does.
When he has to. But now and then.
More than most. He's a good son.
I wouldn't think so. But he brings me things. He brings me flowers. He brings you those orchids and those big violets.
Africa?
Yes, he brings me those, and he brings me chocolate. Candied orange, right, and the dark chocolate that I like. He brings me those, but he doesn't love me.
Oh, now.
No, he doesn't. He loves his boys, those boys he has. You wouldn't know. He doesn't love me, and I don't know if I love him anymore.
He loves you.
I can't remember. I can't remember what I can't remember. Isn't that something?
He certainly is.
There's so much going on. Fine for everything. I had to do everything for him. Tell him how handsome he was and clean up his blood when he would do it for himself. Everything came down on me. Sis being that way, I never bottomed her. She thought I wouldn't find them falling down the way she did. Mother come to stay. He said she could. Where else could she go? Did I like her even? At the end. Not at the end when she hated me. I know when she screamed at me. I hate you, she said. You know, Ruth, I hate you, she screamed at me. I think they all hated me because I was strong, because I had to be. Well, Sis hated me, Ma hated me, all those others. They hated me because I was strong, because I had to be. He hated me. He ran away from me. Well, somebody had to be. I was strong and I was tall. Somebody had to be. If I wasn't, then...
Oh my god. Is she dead? No, I think she's alive. I think she had a stroke. Oh my god. You better call her, son. I'll call the doctor.
No change.
No.
That's the way it goes.
Yes.
Something to look forward to. No?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. Just leave me alone.
It's worth thinking about even at your age.
Let me alone.
It got to be some way. Stroke? Cancer? Or as the lady said, heading off into the mountain with a jet? No. Or walking up a carpenter 60-mile-per-hour wall.
Stop it.
Or even worse. Think about this. Home alone in the evening, servants off, him out at the club. Sitting home alone, the window Jimmy, they get in. Little captain and all. Find you sitting down in their upstairs sitting room.
Stop it.
Find me sitting down in their upstairs sitting room. Going over invitations, or whatever. Bills. Come up behind me and slit my throat at me thinking, oh my god, my throat's being slit. If there's time for that. Huh? I'm almost done. Or I hear them. You hear them turn around and see them. How many? 2, 3? Fall apart, start screaming. So they have to slit your throat, my throat. Though they may not have planned it that way. All that blood on that Chinese rock. Chinese rock? Yes, beige. But rose embroidered all around the edges. We get it at auction.
I wouldn't know that.
No, of course you won't. Clearly nobody slit your throat or mine. For that matter, might be better.
I'll do a will. I'll do some paper that won't let me go on if I get like that.
There aren't any. Weren't any then. I tried. You can't get your way in this world.
There must be one. You have your way in everything and then you can't last. There must be.
There must be what?
Living will.
I was going to, but then I forgot or it slipped my mind or something. He kept saying later, but he has One for himself, he says. Nothing much to do about him now. Any change?
No. We were just as we.
I wonder how long will this still go on? What's her name took 6 years, not a blink, not a breath. Look for, breathe for, piss for.
Do I know her?
No, after a time, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
A lot of money, a lot. The kids. 50, the youngest. The kids disagreed. They wanted to see the will first. The lawyer wouldn't show it to them. They came down on both sides. Kill her off. Keep her going. Not pretty.
Stop it!
Grow up.
She will.
Yes, of course, and so do you.
I will not become that.
Oh, really?
Come off it.
I will not.
Well, what do you plan to do about it?
Nor will it become this.
Oh.
I won't. I know I won't. That's what I mean. That thing there, I'll never be like that. Nobody could. I'm 26. I'm a good girl. My mother was strict but fair. She still is. She loves me. She loves Nancy's, and she wants the very best for us. We live in a nice little apartment, sis and I. And at night, we go out with our bow, and I do have my eye out for what? The man of my dreams? And so does sis, I guess. I still think I've been in love, but I've been loved by a couple of them. But they aren't the right ones.
They never are.
Mm-hmm. Mother taught us where I won't be. We have fun with others. Dancing, staying late, seeing the sun sometimes. And things get a little involved now and then. And that's fun too, though sis doesn't think as I do. Things get a little involved, but they never get very serious. I do have my eye out and we do have our jobs. We're mannequins, the fanciest shop in town.
I don't want to know.
Stop it, it was fun.
We go into work and we put on our lovely dresses. We walk elegantly around the store while the ladies shopping. Sometimes they're nice, sometimes not. And we stop and touch our dresses, the silk, the fabric, and they ask us questions. And we pass on to another group, to another section. We troll, we sashay. Oh, we do!
Oh, I know.
Oh, yes, we know. Do we know?
Don't let them. Don't listen to them.
Oh.
And we put on our beautiful evening gowns and we parade about. And we know there are people looking at us, studying us. And we smile and I suppose we flirt a little with men who are doing it.
Oh, flirt? You?
Me? Flirt?
Bravo, bravo.
Stop it! Stay out of my life!
Oh, my dear.
Oh, I remember it differently, little one. I remember more design. I remember a little more calculation.
Oh, yes. A little design, a little calculation.
Don't listen to them. Design? What are they even talking about?
Oh, my dear.
You don't know me.
No.
Remember me.
No. Oh, all right, dear. Go on.
She says, go on.
Honestly, I'm a good girl.
Well, yes, I suppose so.
And not done.
I'm a good girl. I know how to attract men. I'm tall, I'm striking, and I know how to do it. Sis slouches and caves her front end. But I stand tall, breasts out, chin up, hand just so. And we walk between the aisles, and they know there's somebody coming. But there's somebody there. But I'm a good girl. I'm not a virgin, but I'm a good girl. The boy who took me was a good boy.
Oh, yes, he was.
Yes, was he?
You remember.
Oh, well, it was a while ago.
But you do remember.
Oh, yes, I remember him.
He was sweet and handsome. I know not handsome. Beautiful. He was just so beautiful.
Yes, he was.
He has cool black hair and those violet eyes and such a smile.
Oh,
Yes. His body was, it was thin but hard. All the sinew and muscle. He fenced, he told me. And he was the one with the megaphone in the crew. When I held him when we danced, there was only sinew and muscle. We did a lot. I like him, sis. I said, I really like him. Have you told Mother? No. I said, don't you? I like him a lot, but I don't know. Has he, No, I said, no, he hasn't. But then you did. We were dancing slowly, late into the evening, and we danced so close, all pressed. We were pressed. I could feel that he was hard. All the sinew and muscle pressed against me while we danced. And we were the same height. And I felt the pressure up against me, and he tensed it. And I felt the move against me.
Whatever is that, I said.
Whatever is that, I said. I knew, but whatever is that, I said. And he smiled, and his eyes shone, and it's me in love with you, he said. You have an interesting way of showing it, I said. Appropriate, he said. And, well, I knew I was ready. I knew that the muscle was moving again, and I knew it was time that I wanted him. Whatever that meant. That I wanted him.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
But it hurt, didn't it?
Well, a little.
Remember, don't give it away, Mother said. Don't give it away like it was nothing.
They won't respect you for it, and you'll be known as a loose girl. Then, who will you marry?
Is that what she said? I can't remember.
Oh, yes, you can.
They won't respect you for it, and you'll get known as a loose girl. Then who will you marry? She pressed against me, exactly where he wanted to be. And we're the same height. And he looked into my eyes, and he was so beautiful. He smiled, and his eyes shone. He moved his hips as he danced, so slowly as he danced. He breathed on my neck and he said, "You don't want me to embarrass myself here on the dance floor, do you?"
No, of course not.
I said, no, of course not. Let's go to my place, he said. And I heard myself saying, I'm not that kind of girl. I mean, as soon as I said that, I blushed. So stupid, so expected. Yes, you are, he said. You're the kind of girl.
And I was. Oh my God, it was wonderful.
But it hurt.
Well, a little.
You're the kind of girl. And I guess I was. We did a lot. I know it's tried to say that your first time is your best, but he was wonderful. And I know I'm only 26 now, and there have been a few others. And I imagine I'll marry, and I'll be very happy.
Well,
We'll talk about happy sometime.
I know I'll be very happy. But will I ever think about it? I mean, he was so long and thick and knew what I wanted, what I needed. And while I couldn't do, the thing he wanted, I just couldn't. I can't.
no, never could.
I wonder why.
I tried. I wanted to do but I choked. And I threw up. I just couldn't.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what can't be helped.
And there's more than one way to skin a cat.
I just want to know that I'm a good girl. That I was a good girl.
You meet him in 2 years.
Who?
Your husband. We're what, 26? Then we'll meet him in 2 years.
Like the man of my dreams?
Well, a man you would dream about.
For a long, long time.
Like the boy I was.
Well, he was wonderful, but then there's life.
How long?
Hmm?
How long?
Long enough. You're what?
52.
I married him when I'm 28 and we're 66 when he died, so we had him a good long time.
Another 14 years.
Yes, but the last 6 aren't much fun.
That's almost 40 years of one man.
Well, more or less. More or less one man. No, not much fun.
Not much.
How is he? Have I met him?
You remember him?
The groom.
The groom.
Why did I marry him?
Who? The groom.
The one I met. I married the one I met.
Well, yes, you do.
Why?
Why do I marry him? Why did I marry him?
Why did I?
Oh, why did I?
Tell me about it.
Well, because he makes me laugh. Because He's a little funny looking and a little like a penguin.
Yes, quite a bit like one.
Especially in his bib and tucker.
Oh,
Why do I marry if I'm going to cheat on him?
why would you marry him if he's going to cheat on you?
I don't know.
Calm down and just settle in. Men cheat. Men cheat a lot. We cheat less. We cheat because we're lonely. But men cheat, for one, as you say, because they're men.
No. We cheat because we're bored sometimes. We cheat to get back. We cheat because we don't know any better. We cheat because we're poor. And we cheat for a lot of reasons, but men cheat for only one, as you say, because they're men.
Tell me about him.
Don't you want to be surprised?
No.
You've seen him. Or he's seen you. I don't think you met him. He's something of what they call a playboy in my time. Not yours. And is rich, where his father is. And is divorcing his second wife. The first one drank, still does.
That one dies eventually. 80-something, pickled, preserved.
What's he like?
Well, he's short. And he has one eye. Except he keeps on getting into the things, the eye, you know? And he sings like a dream. A lovely tenor. And he's funny. Oh, God, he's funny.
Yes, yes, he was.
And he likes tall women.
Oh, yes, yes, he did.
I have seen him.
He tells me he saw me was just before he dated her. That I was taller. That he had his, you'll forgive the joke, but he had his eye on us. Didn't he tell you that he had his eye on us?
No, well, I don't know. He was going out with the comedian who did this place, the 8-foot one.
Well, you put a stop to that soon enough.
Once you got your claws into him, you mean?
Why did I like him? Is funny enough? Is having a voice? Is dancing enough?
Oh, don't forget one eye.
Oh, he was nice. We liked him a lot.
Liked him a lot?
Oh, come on, stop it. You're 26 years old, which is not a tot. There's a future to look out for.
And he's rich. We're going to be rich family.
I don't believe this.
Our father dies.
Oh, I loved him.
No, he doesn't.
Everybody does.
Except me, maybe.
Except us.
I love him.
Well, that should be enough to keep the old heart going. Jesus, she loves me. How can I go and die on her?
Is it good?
I don't remember.
Not now. Heart failure. Fluid in the lungs. Some bad reading. Oh, the terror in his eyes. He did that. Yes. I cried when Dad died. Mom cried. Sis cried. Mom even went out to the porch and did it there.
I don't remember.
What happens to Mom?
She holds out. She stays alone for almost 20 years, and then she moves in with us. How does it go?
What? Oh, she becomes an enemy. She dies when she's 84, 17 years of living in the room with the big house with us. The colitis, the cigarettes, the 6 or 7 dogs she goes through. I stopped liking her.
I couldn't.
She becomes an enemy.
How?
Oh, she comes to resent me. She starts to resent getting old, getting hopeless, the spine, the eyes, and the mind, of course. She starts to resent us, that we have so much, that I'm being generous, that we're being generous. She snaps at everything, and she sometimes sits. She criticizes me.
She wasn't like that.
No, she couldn't be.
Oh, forget it. I don't care. Forget I told you. Say she never moved in. She's 137 and still lives up in the big house with us. Job 3 times a week.
All right.
There's more. You want to hear it? Of course not. Of course. Anyhow, you married him.
I do.
And it goes all right. His mother doesn't like me, doesn't like you at all. But the old man does.
Yes, he certainly does. You're tough. I bet you're hot stuff.
You win him over. And, you know, I think the old man had a ledge for us.
Yes, I think so.
And boy, did he want a grandson.
Oh, That made him so happy.
I have children. We have one. We have a boy.
Yes, we do. I have a son.
Well, fancy seeing you again. Get out of my house.
Stop it. Is that him?
I said get out of my house.
Do be quiet. Let him alone. He's come to see me.
My goodness. How nice, how handsome, how very...
You wouldn't say that if you knew. She wouldn't, filthy.
Oh, stop it! I don't want to think about that. He came back. He didn't love me. He didn't love us, but he came back. Let him alone.
He's so young.
Yes, well, this is how he lived when he went away. I'm leaving, he said, and he took him back. And his life.
He went away from me? Why?
Maybe you changed. Maybe we changed. I haven't noticed. He comes back. He comes back to me. To me. I let him.
Sure. He has a heart attack, and they tell him that he comes back. 20 plus years. That's a long enough so on both sides. He didn't come back when his father died.
Of course not.
But he came back to me. They call me up and they tell me that he's going to come, that he's going to call. He calls. I hear his voice and it all floods back. Very important. Well, hello there, I say. Well, hello there to you, he says. Nothing about this shouldn't have happened, nothing about... I've missed you, not even that little lie. Sis is bitching at you. Blind, drunk, passed out upstairs, and not even that little lie. I thought I'd come over, he says. Yes, you do that. He comes and we lick each other in the eye when we both hold him whatever we've been holding back since he went away. And there's no apologies, no recommendations, no tears, no hugs. Dry lips on my dry cheeks, yes, that. I'll never forgive him. And we never discuss it. Never go into why, never go beyond where we are. We're strangers, we're curious about each other, but we just leave it at that. Well, we never do forgive him. But we play the game, we dine, he takes me to places, mother and son going to formal places. We never reminisce, but eventually he lets me talk about when he was a little boy, but he doesn't seem to have an opinion on that. He never seems to have an opinion on anything that has to do with me. With us.
Never.
Or with you. Or you.
Did we drive him away? Did I change so?
He left. He packed up his attitudes and he left. I didn't never want to see him again.
Well,
go away!
you see, you do want to see him again. Wait 20 years except for her passed out and light drunk upstairs and the piano tall with the silver frames and the photo inside. He all alone except the butler. You do want to see him again, but the terms are too hard. We never forgive him. We let him come, but we never forgive him. I bet you didn't know that, did you?
How did we change? How did I change?
Don't bother yourself. He never belonged.
I don't believe it.
Let it alone.
No! How did I change? What happened to me?
Oh, God.
How did I change?
She wants to know how she changed. She'll want to know how she changed into me. And next she'll want to know how I changed into her. Maybe I'll want to know that. Maybe I'll want to know that. Maybe. You want to know how I changed?
I don't know. Do I?
26 to 52. Double it, double your fun. Well, try this. Try this on for sons. They lie to you. You're going up and they go out their way to hedge, to qualify, to evade, to avoid, to lie. Never tell it how it is, how it's going to be. What a half-truth can be gotten there. Never tell the alternatives to the pleasing prospects to what you have to look forward to. Maybe it's better they don't.
They.
Parents, teachers, all the others. You lie to us. You don't tell us things change and supposed to live with that and like it, or give the appearance of liking it. Chasing the chambermaid into the closets, the kitchen maid into the root cellar, and God knows what goes on at the stag at the club. They probably nailed the words to the billiard tables for easy access. Nobody tells you any of this. No wonder one day he helped us dismount. The groom does. His hand touching the back of our thigh, and we notice. And we remember that we noticed him before that day, bare-chested. Those arms, that butt. And no wonder we smile in that way, he understands so quickly. And no wonder he leads us in the fertile stall into fucking hay for God's sake. And down we go, and it's not revenge and pity until we're doing it for, until we notice it turning into pleasure for his own sake, for our own sake. And we're dripping wet and right, like, we're dripping wet and wet. He rifles like we've seen in the pornos, and we actually scream. And then we lie there, which probably has shit on it, cooling down. And he asks us that he wanted us a lot, and he likes tall women. And then he asks, will I get fired now? And I say, no, of course you won't. And for about a month or so, I don't. But then I do. I do have him fired because it's dangerous not to. Because it's a good deal I've got with the Penguin, a long-term deal in spite of the crap he pulls. And you better keep your nose clean or polished for the real battles of the Penguin's utter lady work. And besides, no girl's good enough for the Penguin. Not her Penguin. Try to keep a good side of the whole Wedge family. Stand up for your husband while he won't do it for himself. Watch out for all this intrigue. Start really worrying about your sister who stopped worrying about herself, about anything. Watch your own mother begin to change. And then try to raise that. Gets him thrown out of every school he can find, every one or two we haven't sent him to. Since he hates you, catch him doing it with your niece-in-law and your nephew-in-law in the same week. Tell him you brain him with the fucking crystal ashtray. If he doesn't stop getting letters, doesn't stop. And he sneers. And he says very quietly that he can have me put in jail for opening his pen. Not while you're minor, I tell him. Not while you're minor. You just wait. You just wait. I'll have you thrown out of this house so quick you'll make your head spin. You're going to fire me? Oh, you're going to fire me too. Just like you fired him. He's good in bed, isn't he? Of course. You wouldn't know about that. He gets up, stalks by me, touches my hair, and says, "Oh, I thought I saw something strong. Sorry." And he walks out of our house, out of our lives. He doesn't say goodbye to either of us, I imagine. He packs one bag, and he leaves. Get out of my house! Does that tell you something about change? Does that tell you what you want to know?
Yes, thank you.
You want some more?
No, thank you.
I shouldn't think so.
Yes, you do. You want more.
I said no, thank you.
That doesn't cut any ice around here. How you got to her is one thing, and how you got to me is another. How do you put it, that thing over there?
I'm sorry.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I gotta figure out about the root myself.
You?
Oh well.
I'm not so bad. There's been shit, but there's been good times too. Some of the best.
There's always good time, but like the time you break her back. You break her back.
Yeah, you sure do.
I do?
Snap.
Well, not exactly. Snap, really? Jumping, oh yes, jumping. Hunters. I didn't like hunters. Saddle horses, yes, but hunters, no. Brutes, every one of them, brutes or hysterics. But it was hunters that day. Entertain some damn fools. Crisp, burn leaves in the air, the smell of burning. Just dawn all green and yellow. We didn't let her come out, did we?
No.
No, I didn't like her. She was brute and hysteric. She was shy and a moody shadow, and she was stupid and cantankerous. Well, I didn't trust her. I'd bidden her earlier that fall. So I said to him, "You go on, I'll stay here. You go on." But then he looked so hurt, so I said, "Oh, all right, I'll go with you." And off we went into the woods, the green, the gold, the mist knee-high, well, the mist up to your knees. Oh, stupid cow horse! Couldn't she see the fence in the mist? Did she come so shy and fast like that? Oh, where we went!
Oh, where we went?
Could have broken my neck, I suppose. Lucky. Hunter again, did we?
No.
No, I never did. Damn cast weighed a ton, and you know what I was thinking about the most?
Who's he staying it with? Who's he got cornered in what corner, what hallway? Who's he poking his little thing into?
Get one that isn't broken.
What kind of man is this?
Man.
Man.
How is this happy times? Good times, you said.
Well, we prove we're human. No?
Yes, we are fallible. Once you fall, whether you get off or not, once you fall and they see it, they know you can be pushed. Whether you're made of crockery and smashed into pieces when you fall, or you're made of bronze and you clang when you topple, it makes you never mind. It's the plinth is important.
To translate,
Thank you.
to translate, you can go around patching things up, fixing the world, etc. And they're grateful to you, grudgingly, but grateful. But once you fall yourself, prove you're not quite so better than they are than they thought, then they'll let you go right on doing everything for them. Because you're not so perfect.
And so everything's better. Nice and better. Oh, he doesn't leave you for something else, and he's nice, and he buys you a big diamond ring. And you don't have to get back up and hunt her anymore. Doesn't that make it a happy time?
Do I get to shoot the horse?
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Never occurred to me.
Oh, and the big diamond. You don't wear it anymore?
Oh,
Oh.
I sold it. I sold everything. Well, not everything, but most of it. Money doesn't go as far these days. Money doesn't go anywhere. I don't have money. Well, I have money, but I eat into it here. Every year it's less.
We should cut back. We should.
Oh, don't you talk to me about cutting back. It's all fake. It's all paste. All the jury sitting in the boat in the back. It's fake.
Why is it there? Why do you bother?
Huh.
Because we take it out and we wear it. Because the fake look as good as the real, even feels the same. And why should anybody know our business?
I mean, who are we trying to impress?
Also, you learn. I took a big diamond in when he first brought it in for me. When he brought it in for me, he said,
This is the perfect stone. I've never seen a better one. And if you ever want to sell this again, to me, bring it back to me. And I'll give you better than you pay for it. And then he patted my hand. Pat, pat.
pat. So I took it back after he died. After the cancer, after all of that. And I took it back and they looked into it and they said it was deeply flawed, that it was cloudy or something.
Sons of bitches.
They gave me a third of what he had paid for. And the dollar wasn't worth half of what we had paid.
Didn't you sue? I mean, what can we do? We just can't.
What can you do? There's nothing you can do. You go on, you eat into yourself. You go on. The starving people absorb their own bodies. Did you know? The money's there. The investments are there, but less each year. Each year it absorbs itself. Isn't that what you plan to count on? The extras.
There are some surprises too. Like their birth. There are some surprises, and there's a lot of them.
Yes, well, my dear, you have no idea. She keeps the money, whatever she gets for the jewelry, she keeps in cash, and she spends a little whenever there's much of the regular. There's so much, she can't spend it all. Well, not without people knowing what she's doing, I mean. She hides the money, and then eventually she can't remember where she hid it, and then she can't find it ever. And she can't tell anyone.
This can't so bad.
When is it good?
How bad?
Fill me in, fill me in! Pretty terrible. 6 years, I told you. It takes him 6 years from when he knows he has it to when he goes. Prostate. Spreads the bladder, spreads the bone, to the brain, and to the liver, of course. Things is useless. It's all right at first. Except for the depression and the fear. It's all right at first, but then the pain comes. Slowly growing, and then the day he screams in the bathroom, and I rush in. I expect to see him lying there, but no, he's standing there, and he points into the bowl, and I look, and it's all pink in there. That the blood is coming out of the urine now, and it's all downhill from there. The pink becomes red, and then there's blood on the bed at night, and no, why go on with it? It's pretty terrible, and there's nothing you can do to prepare it. I don't like it, you deserve it!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I don't like it either.
And so it goes.
I had a premonition. I know you say there's no such thing, but I had one. I died. Oh! You don't think I'm going to even hardly! Just wait! I died, you see, and when I died, no one was there in the room with me, the hospital. Well, I was back in that awful hospital. Why did you take me out? Why did you leave me in there? Don't you touch me! There I was. And I was in a coma, in and out, in and out. And sometimes I wake up and I wonder who I was, where I was, and who were all those people looking at me. And sometimes I wouldn't wake up and I'd half try and then I wouldn't. But you brought me flowers, you brought me freesia because you know I love them. That's why you bring them to me, because I love them. Why do you do that? You hate me. Why do you do that? What do you want? You want something. You just wait. You'll get what's coming to you. In my premonition, I knew I was dead, and it didn't seem to matter any. And I was there, and I was dead, and there was no one in the room. Just the chauffeur and the maid. There I was, and then I was gone. And then you came in with your flowers, your freesia. You came in, and there they were, and I was dead. And you stopped right at the door of the room, and you stopped, and knew right away. And then you thought, I watched you think, and your face didn't change. Why didn't your face ever change? And then you thought, and you decided, and you walked over to the bed, and you bent down, and you touched my hand, and you kissed me on the forehead for them. They were there and they were watching you, and you kissed me for them. And you stood up, still holding on to my hand as if, what? You didn't know what to do with it? You were holding on to my hand, and my hand wasn't warm anymore, was it? My hand was cold, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
And so it goes.
I will not become you. I will not. I deny you.
Oh, yes, you deny me. Oh, yes, you all deny me. You deny me. You deny me. That's good. Oh, yes, of course. That's all right. I deny you too. I deny you all. I deny you, and I deny you, and of course I deny you. I'm here, and I deny deny you all. I deny every one of you.
Is it like this? What about the happy times? The happiest moments? I haven't had them yet, have I? What? All the 26? I can't imagine that. Nobody could. I had some, of course. Some will probably be the happiest. Confirmation, for example. That wonderful time. The white dress mother made. Sis all jealous and excited, jumping up and down and sulking at the same time. But even now, you see, I'm remembering. And what I'm remembering doesn't have to do with what I felt, but what I remember. They say you can't remember pain, but maybe you can't remember pleasure either. In the same way, I mean, you can't remember pain. Maybe all you can remember is the memory of it. Remembering it. Well, I know my best times. What is it? Happiest? Haven't had them yet. But they're to come, aren't they? Please? I'm not a fool, but there's a lot of happiness along the way, isn't there? And whatever evil comes, whatever loss and taking away comes, won't it all be balanced out? No? Please. Isn't it always ahead?
Silly girl. Silly baby. The happiest time? Now always. This must be the happiest time. Half of being adult done, the rest ahead of me. Old enough to be a little wise and past being really dumb. No offense.
Not taken.
Enough shit has gone through to have a sense of the shit that's ahead, but way past sitting there and playing in it. This must be the happiest time for Gary. Things nibble away, of course, and your job is to know that too. The wood may be rotten under your feet through nicely spread legs, and you'll be up till your ass in sawdust before you know it. Before you can say this is the happiest time. Well, things happen, and I can live with that and die with that. Standing here on top of the middle of it has to be the happiest time. I mean, it's the only time you get a 360-degree view, see in all directions. Wow, what a view.
You're both such children. The happiest moment of all, really? The happiest moment? Coming to the end of it, I think now, when the waves cause the greatest woe to subside, leaving breathing space, time to concentrate on the greatest woes of all. The end of it. Going through the whole thing and coming out, not out beyond it, of course, but sort of to one side. None of the further nonsense, but to the point where you can think about yourself in the third person without being crazy. I wake up in the morning and I thought, well, now she's waking up. And now she's going to see what works. The eyes, for example. Can she see? Oh, she can. Well, so much for that. And now she's going to test all the other things. The joints. The inside of the mouth. And now she's going to have to pee. What is she going to do? Go for the walker? There's from chair to chair, pillar to post. Is she going to call for somebody? Anybody that tiniest thought that there might be nobody there? That she's not making a sound, that maybe she's not alive. So, has anybody noticed that? I can do that. I can think about myself like that, which means, I suppose, that's the way I'm living. Sort of to one side, beside myself. Is that what they mean by that? That I'm living beside myself? Well, I don't think so. I think they're talking about another kind of joy. There's a difference between knowing you're going to die and knowing you're going to die. The second is better. It moves away from the theoretical. I'm rambling, aren't I?
A little.
Yes, well, that's what we do when we're 90 or something. I mean, give a girl a break. Sometimes when I wake up and I start thinking about myself like that, like I was watching I really do get the feeling that I'm dead, but going on at the same time, and I wonder if she can talk and feel and see, and then I wonder, which has died? Me? Or the one I think about? It's a fairly confusing business. I'm rambling, yes, I know. I was talking about what? Coming to the end of it, yes. So, there, that's it. That's the happiest moment. When it's all done. When we can stop